In this video, I want to show you how to navigate the online portion of this course. So most of your work in this class is going to live in Google Classroom. So it's super important, obviously, that you know how to navigate Google Classroom easily, right? Luckily, at this point in your career, you're pretty familiar with the platform, I think. So you'll sign into Google Classroom using your Noble email. You'll navigate to our class. We won't use this stream page a whole lot this year, but all of our work is going to live on the classwork tab. So I'll click here and notice we have assignments organized into units. And if you look a little bit more closely at the way this is set up, you'll notice the older stuff is at the bottom and the newer stuff is on top. So our current work is always going to be at the very top for us. And then let's take a look at a particular assignment here. So everything that's posted here will be an assignment. And you can see when I click on this, it says open the checklist below to access and track your tasks. So the way that I've organized this for you is into a checklist. So this is your copy when it opens up, and you'll see every assignment has a number, a due date, and then a title, and then it says location. Location is either going to be the link to the assignment, or if it's a mastery check, it's going to be blank. And we'll talk about how mastery checks work in a future video. These are going to be the only thing that is on paper that you turn into. So you'll ask me for these mastery checks when you're ready to take them, right? So for this first assignment, this is a guided notes assignment. So you'll open up this link. It will go to Edpuzzle, and you'll have a notes video, and you'll take notes in the video. There'll be questions that pop up, and you'll generate some notes to put in your binder and to use to help you in future assignments. When you've done that, and you can see I've already done this, you can check off that task, right? The next assignment is a Delta Math practice assignment, and Delta Math will get its own video talking about how to navigate that. But when you've done that, you've completed that, you'll check it off. And the box turns green, right? Next assignment has a link. Same thing, you'll click the assignment, you'll open it up, and when you've completed that assignment, you'll check it off, and so on and so forth. Now, the really cool thing about these checklists is that they actually sync to our class pacing tracker. So let's take a look at that real quick. So this is a resource that I'll project for you guys at the beginning of class. If you've had me before, you're familiar with this. This will show you what lesson you're working on based on your checklist, right? And whether you're on pace, behind pace, or ahead of pace based on my suggested deadline. Now, the cool thing about these is these are actually linked to each other. So Michael, I've highlighted that box, is my example student on the pacing tracker. Watch what happens as I check off some tasks. So let's say you're working during class and you make a lot of progress in a day, and you finish 2 assignments here. Notice this sheet is now updated, and our example Michael has gone from on pace to ahead of pace, and it's updated with the task that he's on. So this is going to be super useful to us during class and between classes, because if I'm one of these people that is behind pace or on pace, I now know that Michael is a good resource to ask me about my current assignment. Right. So this is the link between your individual tracker and the class tracker that I project. The last thing I'm going to show you now is just how to turn in one of these checklists when you're done. You know how to turn in assignments on Google Classroom. So when you're finished with this entire little mini unit and you're ready to move on, you can go back to your classwork tab. You can click View Assignment, and then you can click Turn In, and then that lets me know that you're finished, and then also that assignment will no longer show up on your to-do list, so you can keep that nice and clean and organized. So that is it for Google Classroom. I've tried to make it as easy on you guys as possible so that we can worry more this year about learning hard math than we will about how to use our computers.